Hello students, hope everyone is fine and doing well. Now we are going to start the next topic in the trigonometry, that is sine of trigonometric functions. What do you mean by sine of trigonometric functions? Is here you can see the four quadrants: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. This is the fourth quadrant, right? Now, in all these four quadrants, all the trigonometric ratios won't be having the same sign. Some may be positive, some may be negative. If it is positive here in the first quadrant, then it can be negative in the second quadrant. Then it can be positive or negative in the third quadrant. It's depending on the quadrant and depending on the function. The sign of that corresponding trigonometric functions will be changing. Okay, now you have to understand which trigonometric ratio is positive and which trigonometric ratio is negative in which quadrant. So to understand that one, so let's take how your x-axis and y-axis values are assigned. So this horizontal line is x-axis and this vertical line is y-axis. That I think it is everyone is aware of that one. So first, if I start from here, this is 0 degrees. Here you have 0 degrees. Then when you keep on moving in this direction, when I reach here, this will be 90 degrees, pi by 2. Then once I cross this one, it will be more than 90. It will come maybe around here, 90 plus 60, 90 plus 80, 90 plus. When I reach here, so this is a half semicircle, right? When you start from here, it is 0, it is 90. So then this will be 180. When I reach here, in this point, this will be 270. When I reach again here, so 270 plus 90 will be 360. So that 360 is 2 pi. So your 0 degrees, and after completing the one revolution, the 360 comes here. Then as I go, 360 plus 90, 450. So 450 can be written in the radians as 5 pi by 2. Okay. So 450 plus 90 is 540. 540 can be written as 3 pi. Then 540 plus 90, 630. 630 can be written as 7 pi by 2. So this process, when I reach here, it will become again 690. Yeah, plus 90 will come. 690, 680. What is coming here? 7 pi by 2. 480 means 360 plus 360. 630 will come, right? 630 is given by 7 pi by 2. Now after 7 pi by 2, if we keep on moving in the second, so when you reach here, you completed the two revolutions. So first revolution is 360, then the second revolution is 360. So 360 plus 360, 720. So this is 720. So the process goes on. If you move one more rotation, 720 plus 90, 810. So when you reach here 810, that will become 9 pi by 11 and 9 pi by 2. Okay, 900. 900 is given by 590, 5 pi. You can multiply 5 into 180 degrees. 5 into 180 degrees is 900 degrees. So it will keep on rotation. As many rotations as you take, your first values will represent the first rotation values, and the second values will represent the second rotation values, 3 pi, 7 pi by 2. Now third value, if we start, third rotation value started, 4 pi, 9 pi by 2, 5 pi, 11 pi by 2. Okay. Then if I reach here, fourth rotation started, 6 pi, 13 pi by 2, 7 pi, 15 pi by 2, then 8 pi, fifth rotation started, 17 pi by 2, 9 pi, 19 pi by 2, then it will come 10 pi by 2, 10 pi will come, then here 21 pi by 2, here 11 pi, 23 pi by 2, then 12 pi. So the process here goes on as many times as you rotate. Now how do I remember that which value is coming on which, where? Like, it's simple logic. First one is 0 pi by 2, so that is 0, then 1 pi by 2, that is pi by 2, then 2 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2 means 2 will get cancelled, that is pi, then 3 pi by 2, okay, then 4 pi by 2, 4 pi by 2 is 2 pi, then 5 pi by 2, then 6 pi by 2, 6 pi by 2 is 3 pi, then 7 pi by 2, then 8 pi by 2, 8 pi by 2 is 4 pi, then 9 pi by 2, then 10 pi by 2, 10 pi by 2 is 5 pi, then 11 pi by 2, 12 pi by 2, 12 pi by 2 is 6 pi, 13 pi by 2, 14 pi by 2 is 7 pi, 15 pi by 2, then 16 pi by 2 is 8 pi, 17 pi by 2, then 18 pi by 2 is 9 pi, then 19 pi by 2, then it will come 20 pi by 2, 21 pi by 2, 22 pi by 2, 23 pi by 2, 24 pi by 2, 25 pi by 2, 26 pi by 2, 27 pi by 2, and so on. Okay, so after every, see how you have to start: 0 pi by 2, then 1 pi by 2, because 190 degrees you move, then 2 pi by 2, that means 2 times 90 degrees is moved, 3 pi by 2, so 3 times 90 degrees is moved, then 4 pi by 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 pi by 2, 4 times 90 degrees rotations are done, then 5 pi by 2, that means this 4 already completed here till here and one more, so 5 pi by 2. So like this you have to keep on rotate. I hope you understood how these angles has to be remembered, which angle comes on the positive x-axis or negative x-axis, positive y-axis or negative y-axis. One more way also you can remember. One logic I discussed is 0 pi by 2, 1 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 4, 5, 6 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 8 pi by 2, and this process goes on. Now second method to remember is, if you see on the positive x-axis, all the even multiples of pi, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then 10, 12, 14, 16, it continues. All the 0 multiples of pi. And if you come on the negative x-axis side, you have pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, 7 pi, 9 pi, 11 pi, 13 pi. So all the odd multiples of pi. See, I am not talking about these are the values which I am going to represent somewhere here. So pi will come here, 3 pi will come here, 5 pi will come here. That's not the correct, okay? There is a reason why I am putting these angles. These are not the values of the x-axis. These are values when I rotate, how much angles I can make at that particular point. Okay, now how do you remember the y-axis is? First pi by 2, odd numbers will come, okay? Then 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, then 9, next odd number is 11, 13, 15, next odd number is 17, next odd number is 19, next odd number is 21, so 21 pi by 2 will come here, next odd number is 23, that will come here. So one is upside, one is downside, one is upside, one is downside. Okay. Now, next thing is, here you see all silver tea cups. Okay. So what do you mean by all here is, in the first quadrant, each and every trigonometric value will take positive value. In the first quadrant means from 0 to 90. All the trigonometric values will take a positive value. Is that clear? That's why in class 10th you studied about 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 60, 90. All these values are positive only. You never get the negative values. That's why in the first quadrant, that is from 0 to 90 degrees, all the values will be taken as positive. So that's why here all will come. What are the trigonometric ratios? Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot. These are the 6 trigonometric ratios. All are positive in the first quadrant. Next, when you come to the second quadrant, I highlighted only S. So that means sine and cos will be positive. What are the? Sine and cos will be positive, and rest all will be negative. Except sine and cos, what do you have? Tan, cosec, sec, cot. Rest all 4 trigonometric ratios will be negative. That means, for example, if I move cot 120 degrees, cot 120 means cot 90 plus 30. 90 means you completed the first quadrant and you are entering into the second quadrant, right? 90 plus 30. So this is 90 degrees. Then 30 degrees will be somewhere, if you want, let me insert one line. So you may say that, okay, so this entire angle is 120 degrees. Is that clear? This entire angle will be 120. Now this angle is in the second quadrant, that's why, and cot is there. So I have to think here only sine and cos is positive. So cot value will give you always negative in the second quadrant. Okay. So similarly, if I come to the third quadrant, what are the values will be positive? T. T means tan and cot. These two values will be positive in the third quadrant. Rest all will be negative. Now how do I enter the third quadrant? For example, I take 225 degrees. 225 degrees means it is 180 plus 25. Am I right? 180 plus 45. Sorry. 180 plus 45. So 180 means here you have to complete 180 degrees rotation. Then 45 degrees you come here. So you have a line something 225 degrees is. So this is 225 degrees line. It may not be exactly, but I am drawing a rough diagram. Okay. So how do you got this? From here it is 0, then 90, then 180, then 45 moving. So in the third quadrant, if I reach, and if it is at tan 225 degrees, then I get a positive value. Cot 225 degrees, then also I get a positive value. If it is sine 225 value, sine 225 means sine is negative in the third quadrant. So I get a negative value. Sine 225 will be a negative value. Okay. So like this you have to, and the fourth quadrant, yes, C is there. So cosec and sec. Cosec and sec. These are the values which are positive, and rest all other 4 trigonometric ratios will be negative. So every trigonometric ratio is positive any 2 quadrants only, and it will be negative in other 2 quadrants. For example, if I take sine and cos, it is positive in the first quadrant as well as second quadrant. Rest all other values in the third and fourth quadrant, sine and cos will be negative. Okay, if I take tan and cot, first quadrant and third quadrant, they are positive, this diagonal, and this diagonal they will be negative. Tan and cot values will be negative in the second and fourth quadrant. So if I take cosec and sec, they are positive in the first quadrant and fourth quadrant. First quadrant and fourth quadrant. This is first quadrant and this is fourth quadrant. and they will be negative in the second quadrant as well as the third quadrant. If you want, you can mention here first quadrant. Here it will be second quadrant. Let me write that number on otherwise. Okay, and here you can mention third quadrant. I think you already know what is meaning of quadrant. 1/4 of the total. Fourth quadrant. Okay. So in the first quadrant, all 6 trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and cos is positive. In the third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. And in the fourth quadrant, cosec and sec are positive. Now, this is the just introduction part which we have. Now, when you enter actually finding the cos 225 or sine 345, some values. So actually 2 things you have to remember. Okay, so what are the 2 things you have to remember is, given 2 points to remember. Here I mentioned these 2 points are most important to solve the or to find the value of any given trigonometric ratio and any angle. First point is, given angle is crossing over the x-axis or given angle is crossing over the y-axis. Okay, so what do you mean by over the x-axis or over the y-axis? For example, as I said, if I give 150 degrees, 150 degrees means 90 plus 60. So 90 degrees means it starts from here, then it will go 90 degrees here, then it cross the y-axis and it will stop here. Somewhere 60 degrees means it will come somewhere angle here. Am I right? So it is starting from the x-axis, but it crosses only y-axis, then it stops somewhere here. Then I'll get 150 degrees total. So when it is crossing the y-axis, the trigonometric function changes. How it changes? For example, if I give you sine 150 degrees, you will write it as sine 90 plus 60 degrees. So when it is crossing the y-axis value, 90 degrees means it is based on the positive y-axis. So sine becomes cos and cos becomes sine. So it will become sine 90 plus 60 will be equals to cos 60. If you remember the formulas in class 10th, sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, cos 90 minus theta is sine theta, tan 90 minus theta is cot theta, cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, cosec 90 minus is sec, sec 90 minus theta is cosec theta. So these 6 formulas we already studied. So as it is touching the y-axis, whether you go the forward direction or whether you go the backward direction, so both the ways. But if you are touching the y-axis, your trigonometric functions will change. Sine become cos, tan become cot, and cosec become sec. Not only here, even if it happens with the negative y-axis. So entire y-axis, if it is crossing, for example, 270 plus 300 degrees I have given. 300 degrees means it is 270 plus 30. 270 plus 30 means first I have to complete 270 degrees, then 30 degrees more I have, so I have to enter here. Okay, so you are crossing this axis and moving to the fourth quadrant. So that means again you are crossing the y-axis, the trigonometric functions will change. You may ask, sir, what happens if it crosses only x-axis? For example, if I take 210 degrees, 210 degrees means this is 180 plus 30 degrees. So I am crossing the x-axis. Initially you may are crossing, but final, I want the final result. So for 180 also I am crossing the y-axis. No. 210 means you are crossing 180 plus 30 degrees. Even though you are crossing this, but still after that you are crossing the x-axis also. So 180 plus 30 means finally you are crossing the x-axis. So that means crossing the x-axis, the trigonometric values, trigonometric functions won't change. Sine remains sine, cos remains cos, tan remain tan, cot remain cot, and cosecant sec they remain as cosecant sec only. So that is the first point to represent. Given the given angle is over the x-axis or over the y-axis. I hope this meaning is clear, whether it is crossing the y-axis or whether it is crossing the x-axis, or whether it is touching the y-axis and coming back. Then also trigonometric function changes. If any interaction with the y-axis, the angle is moving either forward or backward, negative y-axis or positive y-axis, the trigonometric function changes its value. In the same way, if it is crossing the positive x-axis or negative x-axis, or touching the x-axis and coming back, then also the trigonometric functions won't change it. The functions will remain as it is. Sine remains sine, cos remains cos. Yeah, these are the 2 points. If over y-axis, then the trigonometric terms will interchange as follows. Sin x will become cos x, tan x will become cot x, sec x will become cosec x. If it is over the x-axis, then no change in the trigonometric function. Am I clear? So these are the first points you have to remember. And the second point is sign of the original function in that quadrant. For example, if I ask you sine 150. Sine 150 means what you are doing? You start here, 150 is less than 180. So, but I will be in the second quadrant, right? 90 plus 60. So when it comes sine 90 plus 60, it is crossing the y-axis. Sine will become cos. So cos 60. Okay. Cos 60 means cos 60 is 1 by 2 value. So now you have a check whether sine or cos. I have to check the sine. So original function is sine 150, right? So sine is positive or negative in this quadrant? Sine is positive. So hence it will be plus 1 by 2 only. If sine is negative, for example, then it will take a negative value. The sign of the original function in that quadrant, you have to think. So I hope this introduction part is clear. Now take an examples to understand this more clearly. For example, I have find the value of sine 225 degrees. So when I say sine 225, what I do is sine 225, how can I write? 180 plus 45 degrees. Is that okay? 45 degrees. If you want, here also you can put 1 here. Sine 180 plus 45, which is equals to, now 180 means it is crossing x-axis or y-axis. If you want, you can see the 180 is here plus 45. So you will come to the third quadrant. It is crossing the x-axis. So sine will remain sine only. The function sine function will remain as sine function. Sine 45. Now 180 will disappear. Okay. Now sine 45 is 1 upon root 2. Here you get 1 upon root 2. Now if I do like this, my answer going to be wrong, because only first point I followed. I checked whether it is crossing the x-axis or y-axis. I understood that it is crossing the x-axis only. So trigonometric function sine is remaining as it is, sine only. 45 degrees is coming. What is the second point? Says sine of the original function in that quadrant. Now sine is 180 plus 45 means third quadrant. 225 lies in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, your sine function is positive or negative? Only tan and cots are positive. Rest all are negative. So sine is also negative term. Here it comes. It will be minus 1 by root 2. So sine 225 value is minus 1 upon root 2. See, after writing this function 180 plus 45, so whatever the given angle is, whatever the angle is given, that has to be split into in terms of pi, plus the other angle will be known to you. So other angle will come as 0, 30, 45, 60, okay, or 90, something. 90 won't come. 30, 45, 60. These angles will come. So you have to check it very carefully. Okay. So that's it. So sine 225 value is minus 1 by root 2. Now let me try this one. Find cos 480 degrees. 480 degrees is near to 360, right? If I take 360 plus how much is left? 120 is left. No, it's more than 360. 360 plus 90, 450. 360 plus 90, 450, 450. Yeah, this is 450. So this you have to guess. Okay, how do you write? For example, if I write cos, you may ask, say 360 degrees plus 120. So I cannot write 360 plus 120 because 120 is more than 90 degrees. So whatever the angle you mention here, that has to be less than or equals to 90 degrees. So 120 is again 120 is 90 plus 30, right? So what you can do is 90 plus 30 is 120. That 90 you can add here. 360 plus 90, 450. 450 plus 30 degrees. Now 450, where it comes? 360 plus 90, right? As I said, 360 you finished here. So instead of pi, for example, if the angles are given in terms of degrees, you can always count like this, okay? 0 degrees, 90, 180, 270, 360, 360 plus 90, 450. So 450 is here. Okay, so it is 450 plus 30. So 450 is here plus 30. Plus 30 means you are entering to the second quadrant. So 480 degrees is in the second quadrant and you are crossing the y-axis. So after writing here, what you have to put is, as you are crossing the y-axis, cos function will become sine 30 degrees. Sorry, it is sine 30 degrees. What do you think? Cos function is negative or positive in the second quadrant? Sine and cos both are positive, so I no need to worry about the sine. Okay, do you observe one thing here? Cos function I changed to sine function because it is crossing the y-axis. So sine 30 value is 1 upon 2, and it is positive sign because cos is positive in the second quadrant. Next, find the value of tan minus 330 degrees. Find the value of tan minus, first tell me, in class 10th we already studied sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, cos of minus theta is cos theta, tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. So what I do is minus tan 330 degrees. Okay, so first what I have done is this minus sign which they are given here, that I brought it my outside. So how do you write 330 degrees? 330 degrees you can write as minus tan 330 is 270 plus 60. 270 plus 60 minus 270. Yeah, 270 plus 60 means you are crossing the y-axis. This is 270 degrees and you are moving 60 degrees forward. 270 plus 60. So 270 is the y-axis. You are crossing the y-axis. So immediately the tan function will become cot 60 degrees. Okay. Now you tell me tan is positive or negative, because tan 330 degrees I find out that it will be in the fourth quadrant. in the fourth quadrant tan is negative, because tan is positive in the third quadrant or maybe in the first quadrant, but here this is in the fourth quadrant 330 degrees. So if it is fourth quadrant, the sign has to be negative. So what I do is, so one more minus sign appears here. Is that clear why I am putting this minus sign? The initial minus sign is comes from the question only. Second minus sign is your tan is negative in the fourth quadrant. See, I am not looking at the cot term, tan term, which is equals to, so minus of minus will be positive. What is cot 60? Cot 60 is, I think, 1 by root 3. So instead of inserting another equation, because tan 30 is root 3, so cot 60 is also. That is not editing here. 1 by root 3. So like this, any value they give in the exam, you have to first find out which quadrant they goes. Now, this same question, let me solve you another way. Okay, so first step will remain as it is, minus tan 330 degrees. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta, so this minus sign I am bringing to inside. I am bringing here. Okay, so then what you can write is, instead of 270 plus 60, can I write this as tan 360 minus 30? Is that also okay? Can we put that also? 360 minus 30 is also tan 330 only. I forgot minus sign here. Yeah, minus tan 360 minus 30 equals to minus. Now 360 minus 30. 360 where it lies? 360 is here. Because 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. 360 minus 30. So first you are going till 360 degrees. Then if you are making minus 30 degrees here, that will be 330 degrees. Okay. So 360 means you are touching the x-axis. When you are touching the x-axis, your trigonometric function won't change. Tan will remain at tan only. Tan will remain tan. So fourth quadrant, it will come tan 30 degrees. So let me put the bracket, tan 30 degrees. As in the fourth quadrant, your tan function is in negative value. So one more negative sign I have to put, which equals to negative of negative is positive. And what is tan 30 value? Tan 30 value is again 1 by root 3. You see, both the answers are same. So you can solve this way. Okay. Or you can solve this way. Now you may ask, can we do this question somehow like this? I think we can do. Let me try. This will be cos 480. You can write, this is 450, right? 450 plus 90, 540. 540 yeah. This will come as 540 minus 60 degrees. Okay. There are no shortcuts, or how do I know this 450 plus 30 only? There are no shortcuts. This is totally how fast you can do the subtractions or additions. Okay. So I have written 540 minus 60. 540 means, let me see where it is. We already discussed 540 is, I think, 3 pi. 3 times of 180 will be 540. So 540 here and minus 60. So first rotation completed. In the second rotation you come here, 540 you reach, then you are going 60 degrees backward. That means second quadrant. So that means here you are touching the x-axis and going the backward direction. So when you are touching the x-axis, your trigonometric function won't change. Your cos remain cos, and you are lying in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, cos is positive. Okay. it will remain cos 60 degrees, and cos 60 degrees is nothing but 1 by 2. So this way or that way, both the ways you can solve the question. Am I clear? So it is up to you which method or which option you use to solve the question, and both are most welcome. Okay, I hope this type of questions are clear, how to cross the how to find the value of any trigonometric value. Now you may ask, what if I am getting here 40 degrees or 29 degrees. So for those angles, for example, if I find the value of 229 you cannot find by this method. So we have to use the trigonometric tables. Okay. So 229 still I can do. How can you do 229? 180 plus 49. So 180 plus 49 means I'll come to the third quadrant. For example, sine 229 you want, third quadrant sine is negative. So it will get minus sine 180 plus 49, right? 180 means you are crossing the x-axis, sine will remain sine. Minus sine 49. So to find that 49 degrees, I have to use the trigonometric table that you will learn later on. Okay. Now there is another type of question. Find the values of other trigonometric ratios if cos x equals to minus 1 by 2 and x lies in the third quadrant. So if I ignore this minus sign, for example, this minus is coming because x lies in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, cos is negative. Only tan and cot are positive. All silver T. T means tan and cot. Okay, so that's why this sign. Otherwise, these questions you already solved in the class 10. If cos x is equals to some 3 by 2 or 5 by 2 or 2 by 5 or something, you already solved how to find the trigonometric ratios. So cos definition is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So here adjacent value is 1. Sorry, here adjacent value is 1 and hypotenuse value is 2. If you apply the Pythagoras theorem in the right angle triangle, here I am taking the theta, okay? This angle I am taking as theta. If this is theta, then adjacent is this 1 and 2 is hypotenuse. If I apply the Pythagoras theorem, you do try, you will get AC value as root 3. AC value as root 3. Am I right? Now what is sine? Sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite I got it as root 3. Oh, let me copy this root 3 value. Yeah. Sine where opposite is root 3. And what is the hypotenuse? Is 2. Hypotenuse is 2. What is tan? Tan is opposite upon, opposite is root 3, adjacent. Adjacent is 1. What is cosec? Hypotenuse upon opposite. What is sec? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is cot? Adjacent upon opposite. Okay. After writing this, they said x lies in the third quadrant, so you have to check for each and every question. Sign is negative or positive in the third quadrant. Sign is negative, so put minus sign. Tan is positive, so no need of minus. Cosec is also negative, put minus sign. Sec is also negative, put minus sign. And cot is positive, no need of minus sign. So these are the corresponding trigonometric values. If cos x equals to minus 1 by 2 and x lies in the third quadrant, so these are the values it comes. Okay. If they, for example, they say fourth quadrant, x lies in, cos x is minus 1 by 2 and x lies in the fourth quadrant instead of third. If they say fourth quadrant, in the fourth quadrant first check cos is negative. Yes. What are the positive? Cosec and sec. So cos is negative, sine is negative, tan will be negative, cosec is positive, so this negative sign you have to remove if it is fourth quadrant, and here it will negative sign comes. Here also negative sign will be removed because sec is also positive in the fourth quadrant and cot x will be negative in the fourth quadrant. So depending on which quadrant they are mentioning in the question, So that corresponding values will be positive and all others will be negative. Am I clear? So what you have to do is now open the textbook question. Your 3.2 exercise is ready. Where is this 3.1 we already discussed in last class? This 3.2, 3.2, yeah, 3.2 exercise. Cos this question, first question I already explained to you. Now sin x equals to 3 by 5. What are the positive values? What are the other trigonometric ratios? X is in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sin and cos are positive, rest all will be negative. Okay. So here fourth quadrant, sec is positive, cosec will be positive, rest all trigonometric ratios will be negative. So please solve these questions. Here they all are given. 19 pi by 3. Yeah, one more thing you will skip. Sorry, this is already open on. If it is crossing the y-axis, if it is crossing the x-axis or y-axis, we already. What if they lies on the same quadrant? I mean, on the axis. Sin 0 is 0, sin 90 is 1, sin pi is 0, and sin 270 is 0, no, minus 1. So sin values will keep on changing. If it is plus 1 here, it will be minus 1 here. If it is 0, then it also will be 0. Now cos 0 is 1. For example, if I say cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0. Now cos 180 will be minus 1. Because cos 0 is 1, then next value will be negative, next value will be positive, next value will be negative. So alternative signs will take. Similarly, tan 0 is 0, tan 90 is plus infinity, tan pi is 0, and tan 270 will be minus infinity, this will be plus infinity, this will be minus infinity, plus, minus, plus, minus. So if it is 0, I think no problem with the sign of the 0. It can be 0 is neither positive nor negative. Even if you put plus or minus, it will be 0 only. Plus 0, plus 1 into 0 will be 0, minus 1 into 0 will be 0. Okay. So like this, if it is lies on the quadrant, then you can analyze the question that way. So this is the introduction part. You have to understand it very carefully because a lot of questions and many chapters has connection with this particular topic. So I request you all to understand it carefully, and if you have any doubt, we'll discuss in the doubt clarification classes, or maybe you can WhatsApp me. Thank you. Have a nice day.